A few moments later.
Abuja is surprised and shocked at the outcome of Osun State.
Absolutely.
But that was never their plan.
I just confirmed today.
Okay.
They spent 110 billion naira.
Davido helped Demola as much as 30%.
Elections in Nigeria oftentimes comes with a lot of attacks, both physically and spiritually. Spiritually to those who are sitting on the matter. I mean, the incumbent / whoever. Now, the report that dropped on our desk is that of Osun State, and it says that Davido was targeted. Osun police confirm an attack on Governor Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke's convoy. The Osun State Police Command said the singer Davido was the target of an attack on the convoy of Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke on Wednesday yesterday, August 19. Now, that is what we have. It will shock you that this is not just a political thing. As you all know, Davido has not hidden his affiliation to a cult or fraternity or confraternity. What we heard is this, that an opposition cult or another cult decided to deal with him. Security escorts of the governor engaged some of these unidentified men, as at that time they were unidentified, in a gun duel during the governor's visit to the palace of the Ataoja of Oshogbo shortly after receiving his certificate of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Davido and the governor's children, his cousins, were in his convoy when the attack occurred. Pandemonium broke after the gunmen began shooting sporadically at the convoy while the governor's security detail returned fire. Now, Davido has now come to realize that it is a battleground. Back then, all he does is to come, sing, and campaign on behalf of his uncle. But now that he has become more vocal, granting press, being more visible than a singer supporting family, he is now engaging politicians, engaging the Senate president in battle of words, engaging governors, engaging whoever, sounding so secured and protected. Obviously, these are men who do not operate fear. They are not gentlemen. No, not at all. They will find a way to show to you that you can be dealt with at any time. They will go for your life, that thing that is precious to you. So according to the police, they said that their investigation shows that Eye attacked the convoy of Governor Adeleke, targeting Davido. That is because of his utterances. And of course, we know that oftentimes politicians make use of thugs, and some of those thugs belong to one fraternity or confraternity or the other. And knowing that Davido publicly, like I said, identifies with the confraternity that he always show alliance to, well, it is what it is. Let us watch some couple of clips and we'll talk more.
Shino, go on now. You look cute.
Shino, we suck after.
Put your dress up.
Davido helped Demola as much as 30% in galvanizing the youth.
With his presence on
With his
social
presence,
media. And
with
then,
his support and everything.
Indeed.
You know, Davido mobilized to the extent that youth were ready to confront any malfeasance. At some point, they were giving them money even before the day of the election. And they were causing whoever takes that money and not vote for them.
They were laying curses.
They were laying curses. You know, it took the intervention of some of these clerics, particularly the Muslim clerics, to say, this is our money.
The curses will not work.
The curses will not work.
Share.
I'm telling you. I mean,
okay.
But the height of it is that it shows, and I said it here last week, that because of the peculiarity of the situation in Osun State, the president's hand was tied. He couldn't take side with APC.
Okay.
He couldn't.
I just confirmed today.
Okay.
They spent 110 billion naira.
Wow.
I don't know where I'm coming from. I'm coming from somewhere where we had an insider that was sending us, if you see the cash that these people brought in. Hey, if they had gotten away with that election, Nigeria is finished. Because the blueprint will now be, for election is violence, only way is violence and money.
Money.
We didn't spend a dime on election day. All we could do is just pray that these people take their money and vote for us.
Well, now you peeped into my book, because that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Do you think it was a major collaboration between not just the fact that you tweeted, but yes, the people love the governor?
The question you asked about, was it a rejection of APC? There is nothing about rejection of APC. APC is not rejected. You understand that?
Again, when people are talking about this election, let us be very honest. If we look at this result critically, APC not get 200.
Now, when people said, first of all, let me say congratulations to Governor Adeleke. He won the election. And I read a publication yesterday about APC wanting to take the matter to court. In my own opinion, I would suggest they should just let it go. You lost that election and Adeleke won. So Adeleke won the election. Please, we need to go back to something because there was a question you asked about. Was it a rejection of APC? There is nothing about rejection of APC. APC is not rejected. You understand that? There is an antecedent before Adeleke. And that has been with the people who have ruled before Adeleke. People who paid half salary, people who didn't pay pension. We're talking of Aregbe Shola and maybe Oyetola, all these people. Yeah. These were the antecedents that informed the decision of the people of Osun State. Okay. It's not because they reject APC. If truly they reject APC, do you think 444,000 people were actually paid to vote? So please, 444,000 were paid to vote. Oh, that's right. Really nice. Right. I like the delusion. It's good to bask in that delusion, actually. The party, the man coming out to also appreciate the president, is him just doing his own thing. And based on the fact that he respects the president. And according to what he said the president, he sees him as what? A father. Okay. And according to what he said about Davido, if you notice during the election, Davido made 2 tweets. And he deleted those. Okay. Why did he delete it? You should know that that is a command from what? The inside. He will not just make a post and delete it. He made a post and said, we are not supporting APC presidential, let everybody support themselves. Few seconds later, he deleted it. Why? Because maybe his father or the governor or anybody told him, pull it down. Do you understand? Yes. So there are politics that goes on that is far beyond what you see or what you know. And you need to understand that whatever win, if APC had won an election in Osun State, it would have been a big loss for APC as a whole. True. Why? Because we know that the people of Osun State want their governor to continue. He paid their pension, he paid them full salary, and according to them, he did them well. So definitely they decided and they still voted for him. There is that solidarity among the grassroots that Adeleke has. So you cannot deny that. But we also need to understand that the people that were not able to pay the salary, that were unable to pay them their pension, these are people that didn't have enough allocation. The reason Adeleke could pay them their money was because there is enough allocation. So you cannot definitely... So for him, you know, Adeleke that you are talking about now, he is thanking the president because majority of the achievement that is attributed to him can only be made possible because of the allocation that comes from him, from the president. If you are saying Alesoti is doing well, Alesoti is providing electricity, you can't give such credit without accrediting the man who passed the electricity bill. If you are saying somebody is paying salary, let me speak. Let me speak. If you are saying somebody is paying salary, if you are saying somebody is doing a lot of development in the state, you cannot give such credit or accredit those people without accrediting the source of the money that comes. So whenever you ask about your subsidy money, where is it? It is in those monies that they are paying. It is in those projects that they are doing. So for Adeleke to say, thank you, Mr. President, he knows what he's doing. And for him to also reaffirm his support for him, he knows what he's doing. It's not business. It's very, very direct.
I think if anybody thinks that the reason why Adeleke thanked the president was because the president was giving him enough money, Tinubu should be thanking Nigerians every day for allowing them to do whatever they like with our money. The money is not Tinubu's money. So when we speak every time, we should desist from making it look like Tinubu is sharing his personal money. He's not doing us any favor. And if you think it is the money he's giving to Adeleke, he's giving other governors the same money. So why are they not working? The man worked because his family is wealthy. The elder brother told him from the beginning, if you are going there to disgrace the name of the family, do not try it. Do not. So he worked because he wants to work. Other people are stealing the money. I know how much my governor is collecting. And so please, again, when people are talking about this election, let us be very honest. If we look at these results critically, APC not get 200. They not get 200,000 votes. Everything they did to get that 400 votes was purely manipulation. And let me tell you, they actually wanted to rig the election. But do you know why they didn't rig it? Do you know why? Please. Do you know why they did not rig the election? You cannot take away a figure like Davido. He's an international star. If you do that, the whole world was beaming the searchlight on Osun. And they knew that if they did that, the general election was going to be trouble. So they just decided to place Davido not be small picky, not worry. For the world, no worry. So his influence did a lot. However, if you talk about his tweet that he deleted, right? At some point, whether you like it or not, there was an assignment. That assignment has been delivered. Whatever that goes on from there, it's none of the business. But the question you will ask, the people of Osun, those who even on they claim say they vote for APC, they voted for the candidate of APC, not Tinubu. Next election at Tinubu, make we see how many people will vote for it.
The money that went to that election from the Accord party itself cannot be under 40 billion.
40 billion.
I stand to be corrected because without Omishore also, with all due respect to him, Ife will have gone the way he went. It's not an Omishore fan.
What Accord party is saying is that irrespective of the attempt to buy people's vote, they still won.
Well, the issue is the Nigerians fooling Nigerians, or you are fooling yourself one way or the other, as an individual, as a party. Accord party readily, like their opponents. The money that went to that election from the Accord party itself cannot be under 40 billion.
40 billion.
I stand to be corrected. Secondly, on Monday, they sent over 7.5 billion to the various local governments, various wards. The minimum of the wards that got the minimum will be about 35 million. In a ward of about 7, 8, 9 polling units.
And this money was for what? This money was.
Oh, well, they will be the one to define what the money is. You see, when you listen to people, you say that we won because we were praying. It was as a sort of prayer. They should pocket such lies. The fact that I don't come to the public does not mean I'm doing the right thing. The fact remains that both parties spend stupendously. They spend beyond the threshold, like every other political party. So let's not.
So both APC and Accord party.
I'm saying that don't let anybody come and tell you it's because we are praying, we are fasting, was why we won the election. That was why I gave the analysis of the election. The fact remains that the two sides spend to outwit each other. In the first place, let me ask you, the 20 million largesse that went out like a week before the election, that prompted the EFCC to freeze the account, shows that something is not right. Why don't you send those largesse to the people 6 months ago? Nigerians will use to hide, will do a lot of things. Those in government wants to play that they are saints. They give an impression it's APC spending, it's APC that spend. The two of them.
But it also speaks, because you are the governor.
Yes.
They have to speak to the popularity of Governor Adeleke, irrespective of
the
quantum of money from both sides.
If you are popular, why are you spending?
He won with a record vote, 511,000.
Excuse me.
It's the highest.
We're not talking about the votes. We're talking about the differential. It is the differential they call a win, not the number of votes.
Abuja is surprised and shocked at the outcome of Osun State.
Absolutely.
Because that was never their plan.
That was not the game plan.
How can you deploy such a battalion of security men and you say you want free and fair election?
Let's also bear in mind that the candidate of the APC was not the generally accepted. He was imposed.
Yes.
And people are saying that Omishore or something, the guy played, equally did something.
So because they were sure. Look,
that he revolted.
Do you know what happened?
That he brought his own supporters to support Adeleke.
No, you know what happened?
You know?
They believe that even if they bring a lame dog in Osun, they are going to win. Because of what they have already planned. Is that not the worst embarrassment that 16 governors invaded the state? Invaded. Because under the Electoral Act, they are not supposed to be there. It's an electoral offense, but who will challenge them?
That's exactly what we are saying.
It's an electoral offense. You left your state and you sauntered into to do what?
You are not going to vote. You are not a voter. You don't have a PVC. You can't vote in the state. Why are you importing people from other states to the state?
No, it's just because Osun people, they didn't want to be controlled by anybody. Because if Oyebanji had entered, he would have been like Fubara. That was what they wanted to do.
Yes.
They wanted another Subara in Osun State. That was the reason. They brought that guy who is unknown to anybody in Osun.
Yes. There is something
I want to add.
But it's a talent. There is something I want.
Now, the shocker of it is this. In response to what transpired and what the police is saying, Davido wrote this. And this is where I find it confusing. He said, lies. It was a fight outside the palace that had nothing to do with us. The people love excellency. And this is in response to Vanguard newspaper saying gunshots as hoodlums attack Adele convoy in Osogbo. Do not forget that it is alleged that a confraternity called Eye attacked Davido because Davido belongs to Aye. Now, it's a big issue for him to have responded this way, saying it's a lie, that it has nothing to do with them. What exactly is he de-escalating it, trying to kind of make himself look untouchable? Or no, we are loved, it's got nothing to do with us? Or do not attach this to a confraternity? Well, that is it about that. It is not what Davido says that as per what happened, the security operatives and of course some other agencies will clarify this, and even the governor of the state. But if they say no, it has nothing to do with anything, there are people out there on the street who are just quarreling, then the police will want to investigate. Why are they quarreling? Why is it coincidence? Why are they quarreling? Are they hoping that the governor will give them money? Are these political thugs who had worked for Accord Party? Is it APC? Who are these people? It cannot just be swept under the ground like, we were able to escape the threat. Maybe we had bulletproof cars. That is if they rode in a bulletproof car. But let us assume that they rode in a bulletproof car. That's why. So to them, nothing touched us. One should not show any sign of weakness, but in reality, anything could have happened. And if it did happen, maybe some unfortunate people will be arrested here and there, but that does not bring back life. It is important that attention is paid to this. We cannot continue with this do or die, using other people's children for political gain. No, it is not a good thing, and one should not also avail himself to be used. It's time for us to reinvent ourselves, re-educate ourselves. You've heard from various speakers, everyone, and the KICAS saying that the margin, and I think I'll go with what Fayose is saying. Like I said in my previous commentary, I said, well, it's not a landslide win, it's a narrow one. Both parties spent money. Maybe one spent more than the other. Don't forget that whenever you want to tell your story, you will say it in favor of yourself. So if Accord or the Adelekes are going to say theirs, they definitely will say it in their own favor. They will not talk about money that they spent. They will not talk about their own political thugs or people who have been unalive. They will say, oh, the Lord God did it for us. We prayed. We went on our knees. They oppressed us. They spent billions. They will never talk about what they did. Rather, they will say they never spent any money, which we know is not possible. The Adelekes will talk about love. The people love us. Well, if you look at the population of Osun State and the votes, at the end of the day, you realize that the margin is not that much. The margin is not that much, meaning APC also had theirs. We saw videos of loyalists of APC too. It's just that at this time, at this moment, it is Accord, it is the Adelekes. The man just must finish his term, and we hope that it does excellently. Like put a smile. It's not about the win alone. Put a smile on the faces of the citizens, and of course, nepotism should not be a thing that we should embrace as governors. That's it. So for now, people have resentment against APC. It's been there since the time of Buhari, and Emilokon got into the whole thing. People are still upset. People are really upset. If you go deep into the heart of a lot of people, they do not like APC or whatever it is that it represents, and they do not even like Tinubu that much. A lot of people do not like Tinubu. They are upset, like they are not really happy with Tinubu. You will see it play out, and of course, regardless of if people do not like him, I do not know the percentage of people who don't like him, but I know that people do not like him, which is natural, which is normal. You will definitely have people that will not like you. People will not like you. If you go to the southeast, there are a lot of people who do not like Tinubu. If you go, maybe due to tribal sentiments or whatever, if you go to the southwest, there are people who like Tinubu or who do not. So it depends on what you are looking at and why. Is it the economy? Is it that you just don't? What exactly could it be? So that's it, basically. I don't know what your thoughts are. You saw what happened. Davido is debunking it. The police is saying different. And people are like, well, in whatever it is, the police should investigate and come out with the truth.